It cost $600,000 to charter, and it waited and waited. But the first flight taking asylum seekers to Rwanda never got off the ground. The controversial policy to resettle those who come to the UK illegally in the East African nation has faced a series of legal challenges, which saw the number of passengers on board creep down from around 30 on Friday to 0 by the time of departure. But officials remain defiant.
This is, as I've said repeatedly, a complex, long-standing problem. The global asylum system is broken, and between 80 to 100 million people are now displaced, and others are on the move, seeking better economic opportunities. And an international problem requires international solutions.
The UK's High Court cancelled most of the deportation orders, but the last few were helped by a ruling from the European Court of Human Rights, the ECHR. 3 levels of British courts said the flight was lawful, but the last-minute intervention by European judges risks further complicating a messy picture. There are concerns the government in London could now bring in new laws to override the ECHR, a body it helped set up, and the next flight is already being arranged.
I would say it wasn't sensible because you're likely to end up in exactly the same position again. I doubt that there's sufficient time for legislation to change this current ruling by the ECHR between now and when the substantive judicial review on the whole matter is going to be heard in July in any event.
For the government, this move is mainly about deterrence, but evidence shows little sign of that message getting through. On Tuesday, 444 people crossed the English Channel in small boats, including women and babies. That's the highest daily figure in 2 months.
Doesn't seem like trafficking more people is the answer. I don't know why you would fight trafficking with trafficking. It doesn't make any sense.
I completely disagree with it. I think it violates their human rights.
I think it's awful to send them over to Rwanda. I think it's ridiculous passing the problem on to somebody else.
I think the rule is that you're supposed to be allowed into the first country you land in. However, once you're here, you can't just send people to another third world country. It's just awful.
Right or wrong, legal or not, moral or immoral. This policy is strongly dividing opinion and has led to widespread criticism from charities to the UN and even religious leaders who've called it shameful. As things stand, though, the government has invested millions in the Rwanda project and thinks it has the support to move ahead with flights. But far away from the world of politics here, it may be the judges that have the final say. Nawied Jabarkhyl, CGTN, London.